Imagine this, a blinding flash, a deafening roar. The ground shakes beneath your feet and the sky lights up with an intensity you've never seen before. It's as if the sun itself has descended upon the earth. The world you know, gone. In an instant, everything changes. Buildings crumble, streets are deserted, and the once bustling cityscape is now a haunting, desolate ruin. It's a terrifying thought, a nuclear attack. The fear is palpable, the uncertainty overwhelming. You can see it in the eyes of those around you, a collective dread that grips the heart. This isn't some action movie, it's a real threat. The devastation is real, the consequences dire. This is not a scene from Hollywood, it's a potential reality we must confront, and surviving means knowing what to do. Now, immediate action is crucial. Every second counts. Do you know where to find shelter? Do you have a plan for your family? These are questions we must answer before it's too late. We need to be ready to face the unthinkable, to survive the unsurvivable. Preparation is key. It's about having the right mindset, the right tools, and the right knowledge to navigate through the chaos. This is about grit, determination, the will to keep going when everything around you is falling apart. It's about finding strength in the darkest of times and having the knowledge to make it through. We'll face radiation, food shortages, no electricity, no communication. The basic necessities we take for granted will become scarce, and survival will depend on our ability to adapt. Our world will be turned upside down. The familiar will become foreign, and the predictable will become uncertain. Chaos will reign, and only those who are prepared will have a chance. But I'm going to show you how to fight back, how to reclaim some semblance of normalcy in a world gone mad. It's about more than just surviving, it's about living, even in the face of overwhelming odds. To claw your way back from the brink, this is about survival, your survival. It's about the human spirit, the unyielding drive to persevere. Together we'll explore the skills, the strategies, and the mindset needed to overcome the unimaginable. This is your guide to surviving the unthinkable. This is your path to resilience. The clock is ticking. Every second that passes is crucial. In the event of a nuclear detonation, time is your most valuable asset. The decisions you make in the first few moments can determine your survival. A nuclear detonation changes everything. The landscape, the air, and the very fabric of life as we know it. The blast is just the beginning. The real danger lies in the radiation that follows. Your first hour is critical. Stay calm, don't panic. Your life depends on it. Panic can cloud your judgment and waste precious time. Take a deep breath and focus on the steps you need to take. First, seek shelter immediately. Find the nearest basement or underground area. Get below ground. The deeper you are, the better. Basements, subways, or any underground structures offer the best protection. Concrete and earth are your friends. They absorb radiation. The thicker the walls and the more layers of earth between you and the outside, the safer you'll be. Every inch of material can make a difference. If you're outside, cover your skin. A hat, gloves, anything to minimize exposure. Use whatever you have on hand. Scarves, jackets, even newspapers can provide a barrier against radioactive particles. Radiation is a silent killer. Every second counts. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it, but it's there. A Geiger counter can help detect radiation levels, but in its absence, assume the worst and take all precautions. Once you're safe, stay put for at least 48 hours. This is the most dangerous period when radiation levels are at their peak. Moving around can expose you to higher doses of radiation. This is called shelter in place. The initial radiation levels are the deadliest. Patience is key. Use this time to ration your supplies, stay informed through any available communication channels, and prepare for the next steps. Remember, your actions in these critical moments can make all the difference. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay safe. Your shelter is your lifeline. It protects you from radiation fallout. The more shielding, the better. Think thick walls, few windows. Basements are ideal. Underground parking garages work too. Look for structures made of brick or concrete. Avoid wood, it offers little protection. If you can't find a proper shelter, create one. A heavy table can offer some cover. Pile on blankets, mattresses, anything to add layers. Inside your shelter, you need essentials: water, food, a battery-powered radio, and a first aid kit. These will be your lifelines in the coming days. Radiation is a silent killer. You can't see it, smell it, or taste it, but it's there, and it can be deadly. Understanding it is crucial for survival. Exposure causes radiation sickness, nausea, vomiting, weakness. Severe cases lead to death. Your best defense is minimizing exposure. Stay sheltered. Limit time outside. When you do go out, cover up. Wear long sleeves, pants, and a hat. Gloves and a mask help too. Remember, radiation decays over time. The longer you stay sheltered, the safer it becomes to venture outside. Patience is key. Water is life, especially after a nuclear event. In the aftermath of such a catastrophic event, the availability of clean, safe water becomes a critical concern. Without it, survival becomes nearly impossible. Contamination is a real risk, but finding safe water is possible. The key is to know where to look and how to treat the water you find. Contaminated water can carry harmful pathogens and radioactive particles, making it unsafe to drink without proper treatment. Your first source should be stored water, like bottled water in unopened containers. This water is typically safe to drink and can be a lifesaver in the immediate aftermath of a disaster. Stockpile enough for at least 3 days per person. This means having at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, which covers drinking and basic hygiene needs. It's always better to have more than you think you'll need. If supplies run low, you'll need to find more. This can be a daunting task, but with the right knowledge and tools, it is possible. Always be on the lookout for potential water sources. Rainwater is usually safe to collect. It's one of the purest sources of water available in a survival situation. Use clean containers to collect it and ensure that the collection area is free from contaminants. Just remember to boil it for at least 1 minute to kill any bacteria. Boiling is one of the most effective methods to purify water, making it safe to drink. Avoid water from rivers and lakes as they are likely contaminated. These sources can contain harmful chemicals, pathogens, and radioactive particles, especially after a nuclear event. If you must drink from these sources, use a water filter. A high-quality water filter can remove many contaminants, making the water safer to drink. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for the best results. Remember, dehydration is dangerous, so prioritize finding and purifying water. Dehydration can set in quickly, leading to severe health issues and even death. Always make water your top priority. It could be the difference between life and death. In a survival situation, having access to clean water is crucial. It not only sustains life, but also provides the strength and clarity needed to face other challenges. Always be prepared and stay vigilant in your efforts to secure safe water. Food will be scarce, so you need to make it last. Prioritize non-perishable items such as canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, and energy bars. Store enough for at least 2 weeks per person and rotate your stock regularly to prevent spoilage. Label everything with the expiry date. After that, you'll need to adapt. Learn to identify edible plants in your area. Trapping small animals might become necessary. Food sharing will be vital, as community cooperation will increase your chances of survival. Remember, we're in this together. Injuries are inevitable in a disaster, so you need to be your own doctor. A well-stocked first aid kit is your best friend, including bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and anti-diarrhea medication. Learn basic first aid skills, such as how to treat burns, cuts, and fractures. Radiation sickness is a real threat, with symptoms including nausea, vomiting, and weakness. Seek shelter and rest immediately if you experience these. Knowledge is power, so familiarize yourself with common injuries and their treatments. Your ability to provide basic medical care could save lives. The world after a nuclear attack is a dangerous place. Law and order may have broken down. Protecting yourself and your loved ones is paramount. Avoid unnecessary risks. Stay in your shelter unless absolutely necessary. Travel in groups for safety. There is strength in numbers. Be cautious of strangers. Trust your instincts. Not everyone will have good intentions. Your safety depends on your awareness. Self-defense skills are crucial. Learn basic hand-to-hand combat techniques. A simple weapon like a sturdy stick can be a deterrent. Survival is not a solo mission. We need each other. Community is key. Work together, share resources, and rebuild. Help your neighbors. Share your skills and knowledge. A strong community is a resilient community. Organize yourselves. Create a system for distributing food, water, and supplies. Assign roles based on skills. Every contribution counts. Remember, unity is strength. By working together, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. The initial survival is just the beginning. Rebuilding after a nuclear war is a long and arduous journey, but it is possible. Focus on sustainability. Learn to grow your own food. Develop alternative energy sources like solar power. Rebuild infrastructure, repair damaged shelters, create safe water sources. Every step towards normalcy counts. Never lose hope. The human spirit is resilient. We have the capacity to adapt, innovate, and overcome even the most devastating events. Nuclear war is a terrifying possibility, but it doesn't have to be the end. Preparation is key. Knowledge is power. Start today. Build your emergency kit. Learn survival skills. Educate your loved ones. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Being prepared is not about living in fear, it's about taking control. It's about giving yourself and your loved ones the best chance of survival.